Shalom, Mama Cheryl here, and I'm here with another video, and this video is about the project I said we were going to do when I showed you it was in my sewing box. Okay, our project is for moms and daughters, or emas and bots, okay, whichever one you use. Okay, what we're going to make, the project we're going to do is these little slippers. Okay, they're made out of wash towels, face cloths. Okay, this is something that I learned how to do when I was in 6th grade. Excuse me, 6th grade. Yeah, this was a sewing project when you learn how to sew, because back in the day you learn how to sew, you learn how to cook, you did all that in school. Okay, they taught you all that stuff, and this was one of the first projects of sewing by hand that we've done. So I'm gonna show you guys, first let me show you what they look like. Okay, little slippers. I've stuck some newspaper in the sole to have a shape so you could actually see. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring out everything that you need to make these little slippers. And this little project is for your daughters who have never sewn before and want to sew something. It's very easy and simple. So like I said, I'm gonna come back with everything you need to do this little project. Okay, we'll be right back. Okay, I'm back with what we will need for our project. What you need is 2 face cloths, same color, or you can make different color and do alternating color with your next item you need is your ribbon. Okay, see, the ribbon will go, well, you'll see that when we get to it, but you need your ribbon. Okay, you need needles. What did I do with the needles? Okay, needles. You will need needles, scissors, thread to match whatever color your slippers are going to be, and you're going to need a few stick pins. Not a whole lot, just a few. Okay, now I would recommend, let me go in my sewing box as I'm talking. If you're going to teach your little ones how to sew by hand, you should let them start off with, let me open this up and take it out so you can see. Over here, you have big needles, okay? These needles fit better in little hands. I know they're not regular sewing needles, but it'll still, you know, do the job that we're going to do, and it works better in little hands. So give little hands big needles to work with, okay? They can be, what, the little girl, they can be, what, some as young as 5. That can start off, but basically the age would be maybe 8ish up, but if they're really want to do it, 5, but you just have to, you know, help them do it and show them how to do it. Okay, so like I said, you have your 2 face towels, you have your ribbon, you have your thread, your needles, your scissors. I even have a seam ripper right here. We might not need this, but just in case, okay? And then again, your stick pins, okay? You only need a few of these, like I said. You don't need a whole lot, okay? When I come back, we're gonna get started on how we do this. Okay, to get started, what you're gonna do, you're gonna thread your needle. I already threaded my needle. I'm gonna stick this in the pin cushion. And you're going to take your face towel and you're going to make sure get the ends as even as you possibly can. Okay, now you can go buy a pack of, is it 12? I think it's even more than that, but I'm thinking 12 at Walmart, and everybody probably know what I'm talking about, for about $3. But I got, these were more like $1 a piece because they cost a little bit more and they're a little thicker. And the other ones, they're kind of thin, but if you have, or if you're working with more than one daughter, then you're going to probably need that particular pack, not unless you just want to spend the extra money. Okay, what we want to do is make sure our seams are even as possible. Okay, because as you know, on the face towel we have this edge, and we're going to be sewing along that edge. Okay, now for those of you who really won't have time to come back and look at the video with me as we go along, well, because I'll probably finish this up and then come back and show it. Okay, what you do is you just take it after you sew up the edges, you sew it halfway, you sew it all the way up the back. Okay, it's going to be sewed all the way up the back. Then you're going to only sew it halfway up the front where the toes go. Okay, and when you do that, after you do that, you're going to fold it over like so. Make sure they're even. Okay, and you're going to sew the edges down, you know, on that edge down like this. Okay, because you're going to leave that open because you're going to put your ribbon through there. And however long you want your ribbon is totally up to you. You know, you have to measure it for yourself. Now, another thing I want to say before I get started with this is the little ones, what you do is you have them to stand on this towel and you cut it. Okay, you're going to have to cut it for little bitty feet. But if the feet is too big, because these will only go up to a size 7, okay, a woman's 7. Okay, now if you want to do this, you can go and get, if your feet is a little bigger, get the hand towels and do it, or just get a yard or so of terry towel and make them. Same thing, just the same thing. Okay, all right, now that I got that in, what you're gonna do is, okay, I'm using this will be my front because it has a design right here. So we're just gonna, here it is, we're just gonna go in at the edge, and I'm gonna lock this stitch right here so it won't come loose, because sometimes the thread slides through the material. See, it just did it. Okay, now let's see. Let's do it again. Okay, I'm gonna take it through. There we go. All right, now I'm gonna lock it through. All right, and you just take it through. And if the little ones have to make wide stitches because their little hands can't quite do the small stitches, that's okay, because you're gonna do this and go back and forth, you know, up and down a couple of times. So, yeah, back and forth. And you're going to go all the way up to the top, and then you're going to come back to make sure it's nice and tight. Okay. Back and forth. Okay. And I'm going to go up and do this back, and then I'm going to come back. Okay, you guys, I forgot a step for beginners, even though I ended up sewing that up. But for beginners who are doing this, for the little ones, I have the 3 stick pins to hold the edges together. Oh, you can see that. Okay, and then as you sew, you're going to take your pins out. Okay. Okay, now what I'm going to do is stick a pin here, because I'm only going to sew halfway up. So I'm going to put my pin where I want to stop. Okay, so as you can see, the little blue head right there. Okay, I'm going to sew up to that point, and then I'm going to come back and show you the next step. I'm back, and I sewed all the way up to the stick pin here. But what I want to show you is what I do here. When I come here, I kind of bring the thread around here, because you want to make sure this stays. Give it a couple of whips around so it'll stay. And let's see, that should be good. So now we're gonna lock our thread. All right. You can take our stick pin out and we can cut our thread. So now we have the back sewed and we're halfway in the front. Okay, now our next step is we're gonna fold down okay. And if you want, moms, you can put stick pins in, but for the little ones, I think you should, so it will stay even, okay? Yeah, so. Which way? Okay, we're gonna put this right here. You only need a few, you don't need a whole lot. Just enough to hold the material down as they sew. And yeah, I'm left-handed, y'all. I know a lot of y'all probably noticed that. Okay. Now, we're only going to put the pins on the side that we're sewing on. Okay, that way each girl can have just 3 pins. That's all they really need, you know. So anyway, so we're going to go ahead and I'm going to sew this down. When I get to the back, I'm going to switch the pins to the other side and continue to sew, and then I'll be back. Well, when I get there, I'll come back and show you. Okay, but basically it's the same thing. All right, be back. Okay, what I wanted to do is come back and show you how to finish off, because we're in the front and we really want this to be tight, because this is a weak point here and we want this to be tight. So we're going to whip just a couple of stitches, you know, a few around here to make sure that's nice and tight. And then we're going to knot it off. And we're going to cut our thread. And now we're all sewn. We got the back, the front, and the sides down. Now we're going to take our ribbon. I kind of cut it like that to keep it from raveling until I got ready to use it. Okay, and we're going to take our safety pin, and we're gonna work our ribbon through. Now sometimes it's kind of hard to get through the back. You just gotta kind of wiggle your pin through to get it all the way through. Okay.
No.
Let's see, let me find, I gotta find, there we go, you got it, I think. Yep, and we're gonna pull it through until we're almost to the front. We're going to work this to the front. It should have had a bigger safety pin. I think it's one down in the bottom that I used when I did those little beige ones right there. Okay, here we go. All right. So let's take our pin off. See, that's why I did it, because it kind of unraveled. Okay, we're gonna Basically, you want to do this with your foot in it to see how much of your ribbon that you know that you need to pull. All right. So, and you tie your ribbon. And there you go. Okay, let me cut this off. Let's see. I better fold it and do it like I did when I first did it. Okay, because it's raveling. All right, there we go. And take this one to even it out, because one is kind of longer than the other. But anyway, that's basically it. You have your little slipper. All right, okay. So, if you enjoyed this little project that you can do with your daughters, you didn't do it. And now, I know you can do this by machine, but the whole idea of this project is to teach our little ones how to sew by hand. You know, because, hey, one day we might not be able to use an electric sewing machine. Who knows? You know, the rate things are going now. But yeah, anyway, this is our little slipper. So, let me know how, if you did this project and how it came out. You know, post it. You know, either do a YouTube or put it on Facebook and follow me on Facebook and let me see. But anyway, this is our little slipper. And yeah, I'm excited. Now we have another project coming up too. It's for older girls. What we're gonna do is we're gonna make aprons. So what you can do is between now and then, go find the material, because all you need is a yard. If you can get away with getting a half yard, you can do that too. But at least get a yard. Because if you want to learn how to make the ruffle that goes on the apron, you want to get a yard, okay, of the same material or a contrasting one. But anyway, yeah, this is our project for the day. This is our little slipper. Like I said, this will go to a woman size 7. You can wear this, okay? And if you have to, for the little ones again, you can cut it. If the feet is too big, you can just get the hand towels and cut that to your foot too. So anyway, thank you for joining me, and I hope you try this project with your girls, with your bots, your daughters, your nieces, your cousins. But anyway, yeah. So with that, I'm gonna say shalom.